All right, folks, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let's take what time we have left and focus on the House of Representatives that Donald Trump did not lose. I was hoping to keep. Now, if we go back in the archives of this show, there'll be many times that I told the audience, don't forget Dennis Hastert. Not the Dennis Hastert, same Dennis Hastert that went to prison for, maybe fondling some wrestlers in their Roman Greco suits there, or whatever it is. I don't know. But that same Dennis Hastert, don't forget he was Speaker of the House, and he handed, who'd he hand the gavel over to? Let's see. Did he hand it to Nancy? Maybe he didn't. Who did he hand that over to? All I'm saying is I have tape of all the things I said. I asked the Republicans, please do not act like the Republicans that had control. Okay, when Newt Gingrich was there, you have Senator Bill Frisk, I think that's his name, that was the majority leader, and Dennis Hastert was the Speaker of the House, all right? And I think it was George W. Bush, and didn't they make that prescription plan that nobody could pay for? And I said, the next time the Republicans get the House, if they don't act like the last time, and the last time, and the last time, but they did, okay? And while everybody is yelling about the results, the most recent, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Democrats got shellacked in 1994. I want to save the House for last, the best. Democrats got shellacked in 1994, losing 54 seats in Bill Clinton's first midterm. Okay? But the party gained 5 House seats in 1998. Clinton's 6-year election for a net Clinton loss of 49. So he lost 49 within his 2 terms a total. But 54, okay? 54 he lost. Now, that being said, the first shellacking. President Obama, okay? Obama had one midterm where his party lost 63 seats. 63 seats. What did the Republicans lose last night? 30? I don't know. But it's not 54 and it's not 63. So the Republicans did not, although they're not in power, President Donald J. Trump did not cost the Republicans 63 seats in his first midterm. He did not cost the Republicans 54 seats in his first midterm in the House. And he is, let's look at the Senate. Democrats lost a net of 8 seats during Bill Clinton's 2 midterms in the Senate. A total of 8 they lost in his midterms, okay? Democrats have a chance to tie the number of Senate losses that Republicans suffered during the midterms of Eisenhower, okay, when the GOP lost a net of 13 seats back then. 12 in 58 and 1 in 54. All right? Democrats lost 6 Senate seats in 2010. All right? 2010, they lost 6 Senate seats. Donald Trump hit it out of the park during the campaign. All right? Newt Gingrich made a contract with America. He kept the contract. All was well. Republicans said, hey, you know what? We're just going to spend the money, spend the money, and spend the money. There was nothing conservative about George W. Bush and his Republican House of Representatives and his Republican Senate. Nothing conservative. Now, John Boehner grabbed the gavel back, okay, after Obama's 63-seat loss. Okay? 63 House seats in the first midterm. Obama had one midterm where he's 63 House seats, all right? Now, why did Obama have such a disastrous 63 House seat? Why did Republicans lose those seats, okay, in areas they won when they took the House from Obama? Why did they lose those? Why did they win them in the first place? Why? Now the media will go through today and they'll tell you how many white people moved out of the neighborhood because the black people and Latinos moved in, and demographically this has changed. They're going to go through, they're going to give you all that. Well, this district's not like up here when Eric Cantor ran and won as a Tea Party darling, and now it's back to Democrat. It has got more women. Where did women vote before? Why did they vote for a Republican in the past? Let me tell you something. This is my strongest opinion. If the Republicans would have defunded Planned Parenthood, all right? Period. If the Republicans would have defunded Planned Parenthood, if the Republicans would have, please, stop going around and blaming John McCain for Obamacare not getting overturned. Well, you know what I feel about John McCain. But if the Republicans would have overturned Obamacare, or cringing out there, America, would have repaired it, or whatever you want to say. The big one, if they would have not spent like they did not think money was going out of style, you got to understand, okay? Barack Obama only had the House of Representatives, if I remember right, tell me if I'm wrong, for 2 years. Just tell me. Am I wrong? Did Barack Obama have a Republican House for 6 years? I don't know. Did he? Did he? Or 4? I don't know. But I know this much. He had a Republican House for at least 4 years that the Republicans funded everything. Now you watch this. Democrats will not treat Donald Trump the same way John Boehner and Paul Ryan treated Barack Obama. Meaning anything Obama wanted, anything, he got it. He got his budgets. No resistance. You need to understand out there, if you're out there sobbing this morning, commiserating that Republicans lost the House, Trump won the Senate. Trump saved the country last night in this election. I don't care how that sounds. Because if I'm this morning, I can get through the 2 years. Relax, you'll get through the 2 years. The world won't end in the 2 years. But let me tell you something. When you look at the Supreme Court justice and they've been on the bench for 28, 30 years, that's different. When you got a Supreme Court that's so far out, they are so far out there, that's a big deal. And these people on there 20, 25, 30 years. You have district court judges. Just the list goes on. There's a lot of things that Trump has to have Senate approval. He doesn't have to have the House. There's a lot of things that the Senate can confirm that he doesn't have to have the House. And judiciary right now is one of the biggest areas in this country we have to clean up. And Trump won. He's fine. Senate's fine. The Republicans in the House of Representatives do not keep their promises to their voters. Now, you and I both know, okay? I'm going to say this. I like Congressman Doug Collins. I like Congressman Doug. I can give you a whole list of things that I like about the congressman. But we also know each other, and he knows how I feel on issues, and I know how he feels. And he has helped me understand some things that I can't particularly maybe get my other friends to understand where he's concerned. I'll leave it at that. But one thing I do know, I like the congressman, but the congressman, I've told his office before, and I will tell you now what I've told his office. Okay? There's two things I know. I know the 9th District of Georgia, where I sit, does not like or approve of John Boehner. I know the 9th District of Georgia, where I sit today, does not approve or like Paul Ryan. We did not. And I'm going to tell you what my best thought of the information I have is that the 9th Congressional District of Georgia wants Jim Jordan, even though minority leader, as the leader. I know that. And I'm going to refer to one thing. I do my own show. I have my own thoughts here. But I am going to refer back to years ago what Rush Limbaugh would say. When Republicans run as conservatives, they win. Okay? So in the House of Representatives, I sure hope. Can you check on Karen Handel? Go and check on Karen Handel. Go to let's just go there for a minute and see what's come up under Karen Handel in the 6th District. Tell me what they have on her when you get that. Yeah, go ahead and do it out loud.
All right. I've got Karen Handel. This is with 67% precincts reporting still for District 6, but she is at 49.55%. Lucy McBath at 50.45%. Looks like she's about 2,900 votes down.
Okay, and I do not know why that district, congressional district, only has 67% reporting. I don't know why, like the 7th, where Woodall has one, is 100%, and there's only 2. There's a 6th district is 67% right there. I'm kind of confused on why that's only 67, but it is. Karen Handel distanced herself from the President of the United States. You're going to hear these suburban areas. You're going to hear how women. You're going to hear that Republicans have to regroup and figure out how to win these suburban congressional seats. Pennsylvania sent their congressional seats to the court, and a liberal court upheld a map that fixed about 8 of those races. Don't leave wondering what happened to the House of Representatives without going and looking at what happened in Pennsylvania last night. Remember the congressional map? I yelled at this camera. You got to pay attention to that congressional map. They moved 10 seats. PA moved they gave them like an 8-seat advantage. Let's just say 8 seats. And Pennsylvania just got moved right over in the Dems column. Take 8 off those wins right there, because if you're going to blame Trump and you're going to start crying over suburban, white suburban Republican housewives that, would not vote because Trump and his rhetoric, okay? If you're going to find all the excuses, you better throw in Pennsylvania So let's take 8 seats right off the top that may have moved over in Pennsylvania, or Pennsylvania Republicans did not have a chance at. Remember, Carter Lamb had to run again in the new district. Connor Lamb won. Connor Lamb won in PA against an incumbent already in PA, but the district was redrawn, so that guy's gone and Connor Lamb is in. So they got rid of him. I'm just telling you, move 7, 8 seats right over that they gave in Pennsylvania. I have told you week after week after week, if you did not pay attention to the National Democrat Redistricting Committee, you're making a big mistake. So not to get stuck on that, but the House of Representatives, Paul Ryan, I'm going to tell you now, conservatives, Trump's base, and the Republican Party, we're not okay with these omnibus bills. We're not okay with you supposed to have been the party in charge, conservatives. We're not okay that you kept coming out and adding and adding and adding to spending. We're not okay that you said you supported the President of the United States, but really what you did is you send him funding bills that he had no choice but to sign. See, Paul Ryan knew he was going home, and he knew what he was doing, and he knew the American people were not happy with the promises that the Republican House made that you did not keep. He knew that. So many other Republicans retired and went home. They took your money, not theirs. They took your money and went home because they knew they did not keep. I'm telling you right now, as upsetting as this is going to sound to some, I don't know why the American people give the House of Representatives to the Republicans. I don't know why they had control all that time. I really don't. You come to us and you campaign and you say you're going to defund Planned Parenthood, and then you say you have, but reality you have not. You come to us and say that you're going to end Obamacare or the funding for Obamacare, but you don't. And the list goes on and on and on of the funding that you continue to do. Your spending bills are omnibus bills. They're enormous. The debt's going through the roof. And I'm going to tell you something. The suburban, white, Republican, housewife voters, they expected you to be fiscally responsible. And you have not been that. So I tell you what, the House races were individualized. The candidates that ran away from the President of the United States, and you're going to say, well, that's not true in all of them. I agree it's not true in all of them. But the candidates that ran away from the President of the United States, they didn't do so well. The candidates that did not get on the stage when the President came into their state, they didn't do so well. The Republican candidates that were in total fear of the President being anywhere close to their campaign, they didn't do so well. House of Representatives is gone. Not shocked. You haven't told us the truth. We don't know if you'll ever tell us the truth. And we'll see what happens now. We'll see what happens now after you have 2 years of Nancy Pelosi. Because Nancy's coming after him. The bad news is, all of you that wanted Hillary locked up, we don't know how fast that's going to happen. All of you that were waiting for all of the things to happen that we thought was getting ready to take off with sealed indictments and the things that might take place with the dossier fusion GPS, GPS, is that who yeah, I guess so. Peter Strzok, those kind of things, the investigations into the FBI and so forth, and Lisa Page's emails, things might have slowed just a little bit there. Okay? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I don't know much, but I know one thing. You're okay. I'm okay. We will be okay. And I will be back tomorrow at 8 a.m.